Saturday. I hope you had an amazing week. My name is Nicole. If you're new here, I am a first-time mom and our daughter just turned 10 months old, you guys. I cannot believe we are about to have a 1-year-old. That is just so crazy to me. And I'm still nursing, and so today I thought it'd be fun to give you a little peek into what I eat in a day as a first-time and breastfeeding mom. And I'm really excited about this morning because it's actually kind of chilly outside. This is like the first day that it has not been 80 degrees when I woke up. And it's also the day that I'm decorating for fall. And so it already feels so cozy. I have just been dying for it to start cooling down outside so I can start baking and making all of my fall recipes. If you've been on my channel for any length of time and followed me for a while, you know that I always start my mornings with green juice. I've done this, you guys, literally, I think this is coming up on the 6th year. I don't make it every morning, but pretty consistently, like you can bet Monday through Friday, I am making this green juice recipe. I take a break on the weekends, and if I don't have my ingredients, I usually have all my ingredients. And today I'm realizing I don't have a cucumber. Oh, hello. Also, you guys, Willow learned how to crawl when we were in Phoenix a couple weeks ago, and she has made her way to the kitchen. Good morning, princess. Hi, honey. Can you show them how you crawl? You're doing so good. Hey. Oh my goodness, that's a big girl. Look at your little buns. Oh, good job. Say hi. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous for the day she started crawling, but it has been the most fun thing ever. Now she can kind of like get herself around and come find me in the kitchen. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I pretty consistently make this green juice every single morning. Sometimes if I'm running late or don't want to spend all the effort, I'll do a greens powder. I love the one from Clean Simple Eats. It's kind of like a quick little option, but this is my tried and true recipe that I make literally every morning. I love starting my day off with this juice. I feel like it's just good, healthy, fresh way to start off the day, and it helps me make healthier choices throughout my day. Okay, now I'm gonna show you guys how to make one of my all-time favorite healthy fall breakfasts. These are my egg white pumpkin protein pancakes. They're literally so easy. I usually do them with egg whites, but I don't have a carton of egg whites right now, so I'm just gonna use regular eggs. I guess I could separate the yolks from the eggs, but I kind of don't really care that much, and it's not really gonna make that much of a difference. So see if I can do this one-handed. We're gonna do 1/3 cup of rolled oats, 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree. I feel like I go through cans of this stuff. And I might just have exactly 1/2 cup. Okay, well then don't put your hands in this. Nope. Should have seen that coming. Let me see that. Thank you. And this recipe is baby friendly too. And so she is gonna be able to eat some of this with me. 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree in the bowl. Comment down below, are you a pumpkin fan? Not just pumpkin spice, like a pumpkin spice latte, but like pumpkin in general. I feel like pumpkin puree is such a fun ingredient to use when cooking and baking, and it adds such a depth of flavor, especially to fall recipes, but some people really don't like it. My husband being one of them. For some reason, he doesn't like the pumpkin flavor profile. I, on the other hand, love it. So I'm curious, are you a pumpkin person or no? Now the real test is going to be to see if I can crack these with one hand. Ah, not bad. See, that's how the real chefs do it. Usually I do 3 egg whites for this recipe, so I'm gonna start with 2 eggs because the yolk is gonna add a little bit more for us, and we're kind of gonna see if we need another one from there. Oh, this one is not as good. I got too confident. A couple shakes of cinnamon, maybe like 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon, and then a pinch of salt. We'll give that a good mix. Beautiful. It should kind of look like that. Get some coconut oil melting down on the skillet. This is important because this batter can be kind of loose, and so we really don't want it to stick to our pan. And plus the coconut oil helps the edges get nice and crispy, which is exactly what we want. Give it a quick little roll. Then we're just gonna fry these up. I think it's easier to do smaller pancakes than bigger ones because it makes them easier to flip. Oh, I probably put that one on too early. You should hear it sizzle when it hits the pan. Yes, Willow. I kind of do them the size of a sliced tomato. Okay, last little finishing touches. Some chopped figs. I love figs, and I'm so happy that fig season is back because I just think they're so beautiful and so yummy, and they're nutritious. I love to drizzle these with either peanut butter or almond butter. It just adds another layer of flavor and fun, and of course, healthy fats. Perfect. The first bite of fall. These honestly are so soft and moist too that you don't even really need syrup, but you can totally add it if you want. Cheers. They're so good. I'm not sure, however, if Willa is going to like them because, again, pumpkin is a pretty acquired taste. We'll give you a little bit to start. Uh-oh. She's like, what is it? Oh, yummy. You like it? That might be a yes. You went back for another bite. Do you like Mama's pumpkin pancakes? They're really good for you. You want some more? I'm really surprised she likes these. Oh, is that yummy? Oh girl, you and I are gonna have a time this fall. Yeah, I'm gonna put some peanut butter on it for you. Peanut butter is yummy. Oh, it's gonna be sticky. Whoa. Do you like that? Oh. She like goes into whole body shock when she likes something. Okay, there you go. Kid and baby approved. We have arrived at my favorite part of my morning as soon as I get Willa down for a nap. I take a shower really quick and get ready, and then I come downstairs to make a latte. It truly is the simple things in life. I'm getting so much better at my latte art, but I haven't tried to film it because every single time I try to film it, I mess up. I usually do a vanilla latte with some vanilla syrup that I make, but I just found this little sampler pack of fall coffee syrups, and I'm gonna use one of them today. We have pumpkin pie, cinnamon bun, caramel apple butter, cranberry, and brown butter toffee. I have no idea how these are gonna be. Sometimes the stuff at Marshall's is hit or miss, you know? I'm in the process of recipe testing for our fall recipes, and I've been trying to make a really good apple pie coffee syrup. I think that would be so good. Similar to, what is it, the apple pie or apple crisp shaken espresso from Starbucks. I know that was a couple years ago, and honestly I haven't been in forever, so I don't even know if they still have that. But I want to make an apple pie coffee syrup, and I have gone through 2 different rounds of recipe testing, and I haven't quite figured it out yet. I think I need to use apple cider and get like a more concentrated apple flavor because the syrup itself is delicious. Like I've saved both bottles because I think they're going to be so good to use like in oatmeal and like stirring into. I could have even stirred it into the pumpkin pancake batter I did this morning. That would have been so good. But when I put it into the latte, it doesn't come through. Like the coffee overpowers it and you can't really taste the apples. So I'm waiting. Apple cider hasn't hit the shelves yet at the grocery stores, but as soon as it does, I'm gonna do a 3rd round and I think we'll have it. Ooh, this smells really strong. Okay, we're just gonna go for it, I guess. I'm just gonna do a little bit because I'm scared. I did literally like half a teaspoon. I think I'm also gonna put some vanilla in just in case. Not my best, but not my worst. It's just really small. I give it a 4 out of 10. I'm also having half of a pumpkin spice donut I made the other day. Guys, this is like the ultimate cozy vibes. Ooh, okay, wait. I could have done a little bit more of the pumpkin syrup. I was nervous it was gonna overpower the drink, you know? But when that blends with the espresso, that's so good. Wow, yes. And it's lunchtime. Lunchtime always looks a little bit different around here. I'm usually doing something with Willa and kind of on the go. And so honestly, I have to remind myself to eat, otherwise I'll forget. What I've been doing is getting a Taylor Farm salad kit, and I will mix it all up in a bowl and I'll eat half with some kind of protein, either chicken or cottage cheese. And then I'll have the second half the next day. So I'm gonna do that today. I already have the second half in the fridge, but I don't have any chicken or cottage cheese. So I'm gonna make a smoothie with some protein powder in it to kind of supplement and make sure I'm still getting protein. I'm gonna make a version of my maple chai smoothie, and I'm also filming it for TikTok, which is why I have my phone set up. Half a cup of chai tea concentrate, and then half a cup of almond milk. If you don't have chai tea concentrate and you don't want to go to the store to get it, you could just kind of omit that, and you can just do 1 full cup of almond milk. 1 frozen banana. Half a cup of frozen rice cauliflower for some veggies. If you see this on YouTube Shorts, comment on it so I know you watched this vlog. Okay, great, so that's our base. Now we're gonna add in all of our spices, flavors, and mix-ins, starting with 1 scoop of vanilla protein powder. This one's optional, but I'm adding it in because I don't have any other protein with my lunch. About 2 teaspoons of maple syrup, 1 tablespoon of almond butter. I have been a lifelong fan of the Justin's maple almond butter. I think it's so good, and it gives a really rich, nutty flavor to your smoothies. And then our spices, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon ground ginger, 1/8 teaspoon of cardamom, and 1/8 teaspoon of ground cloves. These spices make all the difference, and it's gonna make it taste so cozy and so fall. All right, now we always have to have a fun cup. I really could just drink it from this, but taking the extra step and pouring it into a fun cup really does make a difference. This is my favorite way to spend the lunch hour. We got Willow this water table a couple weeks ago, and she is obsessed. Like, she loves the water so much. It's so cute. I want to put her in swim lessons as soon as possible because I have never met a little girl who loves the water more than Willa. On days when I don't want to fill it up with water, if we just come out here for a few minutes, I just let her play with all the toys inside. Alright, I just got Willa down for her second nap of the day, which is usually when I have a snack to hold me over until dinner time. And today I am gonna show you guys my latest snack obsession. This is a high protein, super delicious snack, and it hits the spot every single time. You basically just have to put all the components together. I guess technically if you wanted to get fancy with it, you could do some cooking, but I'm gonna keep it easy today. I'm gonna start with some cottage cheese. This is gonna be our bottom layer. 1 ripe peach. Take advantage of the peaches while they last. These are only gonna be good for like maybe another week. And then cut them into big chunks, or you can leave them as slices. Then you're gonna take some fresh burrata. Burrata is like a light and creamier version of mozzarella. If you've never had it before, it's delicious. And this part's kind of messy. You're gonna just kind of break off a big chunk. I'm gonna do about half of this chunk. And then spread that over top of the cottage cheese. Now we're going to put our peaches on top of that. And then I'm gonna sprinkle in some fig chunks just because I have them and I'm obsessed. If you were to cook, caramelizing these peaches and kind of sauteing these figs would be so good. And then some basil. I'm just gonna take a couple leaves of this. You don't have to be too exact. You could just tear this and sprinkle it on, or you could roll it up and then you give it a quick little chop. That all that flavor comes out. And then last but not least, we're gonna drizzle it with some olive oil. I actually have some herbed olive oil that has a little extra flavor in it. So I'm just gonna do a quick little drizzle. And finally, some balsamic vinegar. Guys, this flavor combo is out of this world. This is such a good snack. If you try this, you have to let me know. Look at how pretty that is. I mean, snack plate of my dreams. If I had sourdough bread, this would also be a really great combo on top of some toast, but I don't have any. It's not even fair how good this is. Willa is awake from her nap and it is officially time to start prepping for dinner. We went to Trader Joe's this afternoon and I was looking for this pasta that they have that I really like during the fall. There's almost like little pumpkins. I don't know if you've ever seen that before, but they didn't have it. They don't come out with their fall stuff for a couple more weeks. And so we had to pivot and I got a pasta that is multicolored to still give us those cozy fall vibes. But y'all, I'm so ready for fall. I'm kind of gonna make up the dinner tonight. We're gonna do a cozy pasta dish. I'm gonna make a butternut squash sauce. And then I got some ground chicken. I thought we could whip up some like really fun and flavorful chicken meatballs. Does this sound good? Chicken meatballs. So kind of a little taken variation on spaghetti and meatballs, but it's gonna be qualified and fun. First step is gonna be to roast our butternut squash. Trader Joe's also didn't have any butternut squash. I was just gonna get a regular one and roast it and then scoop out all of the flesh, but they only had these little zigzags, and so we're gonna make it work. It really doesn't matter. It should all work the same, but if you have a real butternut squash, you could use that, cut it up into chunks. These little fries, they actually might roast quicker, so that could work to our advantage. I'm just gonna give them a little bit of olive oil, some salt, and Italian seasoning. Super easy. And we're gonna roast these at 375 for like 20 minutes until they're nice and soft. And now to prep our meatballs. We have lots of fresh herbs like rosemary and basil. I'm just gonna get these prepped. I'm gonna do about 1 tablespoon of rosemary. I'll take a couple basil leaves. The basil containers at Trader Joe's are so big. We're gonna have basil for days. Might have to make some pesto or something. Okay, same thing as before. The best way to finely chop basil is to kind of stack it all up and then roll it tightly and then give it a fine chop. You don't wanna mince it because you'll basically just be shoving all the flavor into your cutting board, and we wanna keep as much of that in the leaf as possible. So just give it a firm little slice. And then our final aromatics are some onion and garlic. I'm gonna keep this half for the sauce. We'll cut that up here in a minute. Now, big bowl. We've got our pack of ground chicken. Dump that in there. Season it generously with some salt. I'm gonna do about 1/4 cup of the onions. This looks like a lot, so I'm gonna start with half and see where we're at. Our minced garlic, rosemary, and I'm gonna save the basil till the end so it doesn't get crushed. Crack 1 egg. This is gonna help bind the meatballs. Got a 1/4 cup breadcrumbs, a little garlic powder, tiny bit of cumin, and a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. Now you gotta get in there with your hands and mix all this up. This is the best way to do it. I ran out of gloves, but I usually do this with a glove. That's all mixed together. Just kind of sprinkle in basil and give it one last little mix. Now just form the meatballs, and I just keep them in the same bowl. Okay, now I've got a large skillet over medium heat. We're just gonna give it some olive oil, and we're gonna sear off these chicken meatballs.
Fries?
They're not fries. They're for the sauce. That's all they had at this one. Finish off the meatballs in the oven. Okay, now very carefully, we need to transfer our butternut squash into a blender. I think if I were to do this again, I would use a regular butternut squash because I feel like when you roast the whole thing, it gets a lot softer. These, since they're cut as fries, kind of got a little toasty, but it should still work the same. We're just gonna add a splash of chicken broth, and we're gonna blend this up. Once the meatballs are done, we're just gonna set them to the side really quick because we're gonna make our sauce in the same pan to take advantage of all those juices and flavors sitting at the bottom. We're gonna do a little more olive oil, then we're gonna add the rest of our chopped onion. Giving it a little pinch of salt will help release the juices. Then add the garlic. This is already smelling so good. And right now, it's kind of looking like this. Okay, you want this to be nice and aromatic, but you don't want to burn your garlic, so make sure you're watching it. And once it gets nice and toasty, we're gonna add our butternut squash. Give that a quick, good mix before we add in our chicken broth. Meanwhile, we're gonna cook our pasta. This is the kind I got. Not the cute pumpkins, but it still is fun fall colors. Oops, before I do that, gotta salt my water. Salty like the sea. Okay, now it's time to season. We're gonna add that rosemary, little pinch of salt, touch of cumin, and lastly, heavy cream. Give that a good mix. Once your sauce starts to thicken up, we're gonna put a big handful of Parmesan cheese in there, and that will help it get nice and thick and creamy. Our pasta's about done, and then we're just gonna combine everything together. Always taste as you go. Wow, that's so good. Magnificent. Willa, do you want to say the prayer? Dear Jesus, thank you for this food. Thank you for this day. We love you so much. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thoughts?
Yeah, it's like a curry flavor. Almost.
Curry? I did put a little bit of cumin in there. And you get quite a chicken meatball.
That's really good.
I gave Willa like kind of a deconstructed version. We have some plain noodles. I did a few with the sauce, and then we've got this little meatball. What do you think? Yay!
Oh my god.
You want some noodles? This is a win. I'm very happy about this. At last. My second favorite part of the day is when Willa goes down to sleep and we get to have a snack. I pretty much always eat ice cream in the evenings. It's just something I've always done ever since I was a kid. My dad and I used to eat ice cream together and watch an episode of something on Disney Channel or Full House or The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And I've kind of just carried that into adulthood. So we're doing a little bit of chocolate chip cookie dough tonight. And Chandler, what are you having?
Banana bread.
Homemade banana bread. This is what dreams are made of, you guys. We've been on a MasterChef kick. I've actually never seen the show, and so we are watching the current season and season 10 at the same time, and it's lovely. But that's it. That's what I eat in a day. I hope this video inspired you, hopefully with some new yummy recipes that you can try. I linked them down in the description box below. If you make them, please let me know down in the comments which one is your favorite. And before you go, let me know a recipe that you have tried recently that you love. I love you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.